gotkushTV. After a stellar 2019, your #1 black conscious media platform is getting ready to go into overdrive for 2020. As we promised, last year we launched The Inside. We premiered the pilot for the Black Group Economic Show. We dropped 2 new seasons of Wordsmith, the #1 platform for artists with a message in the music. We've seen you out on the road, the Black Carpet Awards, the Reparations March, the Legacy Center of Excellence, and more. We brought you Dr. Mumbi, the legendary Bob Andy, Queen Diambi, Kemi Seba, Esther Stanford Hossein, Leo Mohammed, Brother Leader Badlaka, and more. And now, 2020 is set to see gotkushTV taking it to the next level. First up, look out for the official launch of the gotkushTV website, your official portal for all things GKTV, including new shows, news, views, and reviews, soon to be serving you with advertising opportunities and the launch of the GKTV African market. gotkushtv.com will also be a global hub for all things black, conscious, and empowering from all over the black world. Black achievements, black excellence, education, health, positive black imagery, entrepreneurs, black brands, and charity work. All this and more can be found here at gotkushtv.com. Then there's the new shows. Decipher, the dynamic discussion and debate show. Health is Wealth, practical tips for living in wellness. Kush Community, home of Black Warrior Scholarship. And UK Fire Entertainment, bringing you a slew of music videos for your listening and viewing pleasure. Look out for more of The Insight, Wordsmith, and the full 3rd season of the Black Economic Show, all coming your way soon. As always, the GKTV film team is available for hire to cover your events and all filming needs. Visit us at gotkushtv.com for hire inquiries and more information. Stand by all black businesses through our website, social media, and show content. We have monumental advertising, sponsorship, and network opportunities catering especially for you. gotkushTV is about to take off. To join us for the ride, there's 4 things you can do. 1, subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell to make sure you don't miss a release. Join us on all social media and hit up gotkushtv.com to subscribe to our mailing list for exclusive opportunities in the near future. 2, like. Let us know you're feeling our content by hitting that ever so important button of approval. 3, comment. We want to hear your feedback on everything we're putting out, so make sure your presence is felt in the comment section. 4, share. Spread the word by hitting that share button and exposing your circle to the magnificence that is gotkushTV. We look forward to building with you throughout 2020 and servicing you with high quality black media production. gotkushTV. Beyond discussion, beyond debate, we put the power in black media. Peace and blessings, kings and queens. Peace and blessings. Greetings and welcome to the one and only, your #1 black conscious media platform in the UK. We go by the name of gotkushTV, and that's knowledge, unity, strength, and health. We do hope that all ones and ones locked on right now are doing well, and your families are well in these challenging but opportune times. And you are tuned into a very, very special edition of what we have developed in order to respond to the challenges of the now, the challenges of isolation, the challenges of quarantine, the challenges of lock up in your yard and can't go nowhere. Yes, indeed, kings and queens, this is Quarantine Convos, kings and queens, and we have a special guest with us today. He is one of the most traveled men I have ever come across in my life. I think it goes Ibn Battuta, Chuck D from Public Enemy, DYNAST AMIR, kings and queens. Yes, indeed, he has a passport that I want my passport to resemble in the not too distant future. He has a YouTube channel through which he documents all his travels and his journeys and shares them with the world. Once again, kings and queens, he goes by the name of DYNAST AMIR, better known as Search for Uhuru. Greetings, my brother DYNAST AMIR.
Thank you for having me on, and everybody in the chat room, thank you for joining us. It means a lot. Thank you for the continued support that you guys are giving gotkushTV. Having our own platforms is very important. So we are happy that you guys are here supporting us. It's very important. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, family. Yes, indeed. So, brothers and sisters, you may know DYNAST AMIR, and if you don't know, then get to know. The link to his channel is in the description to this video, so check it out right about now. Search for Uhuru. Look at the link in the description. You will find DYNAST AMIR's channel there, and check out the whole of his videos. The brother has done a whole heap of traveling. I want to know. I want not only do I want my passport to look like his, I want my bank balance to look like his as well. Because Ross, like, how does man do all that kind of traveling? I want to know who's sponsoring, man, which Orisha I need to give sacrifices to, you know what I'm saying, to get them kind of blessings there, soon, Kings and Queens. But we'll get to that a little bit later on. Right. People in the chat, let me just tell you up quickly before we get into the questioning of our good brother. Peace and blessings, Sister Melanated. You are in the house. I had a feeling you might be in the house, Sister Melanated, but that's between me and you. Black First, big up to Black First, big up to Deniran Entertainment. You don't know. Big up to Kushti Cosmetics. If you don't know, get to know family. Western Goddess is always in the house. You don't know. Miss Amelia, Makonen Sanko for my good brother, my good author, my good traveler, my good repatriator, my queen sister Nahanda Sankofa, and the planter Jason is all up in the building. Do make sure you like the video as you come through, and make sure that you raise the profile of this stream in the digital space, as well as clicking that subscribe button if you have not done so, and share it far and wide. Share it on your social media, your Twitter, your Facebook, your Insta, everywhere, Kings and Queens. Put it in all your WhatsApp groups and make them know that Search for Uhuru, DYNAST AMIR is most definitely in the house, Kings and Queens. Yes, indeed, it's got gotkushTV, and you ain't got nothing if you ain't got Kush. Brother DYNAST, first and foremost, let's let the people them know where you are situated.
Currently, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, but my spirit right now is in Africa. I was supposed to be in Nigeria last month. I was supposed to be going again next month, but I'm stuck here because of the whole coronavirus situation, which is a wake up call. How they could literally shut down the airlines and means of transportation and get up out of here at any moment. So,
most def.
This should be a wake up call to everybody to make sure you have your passports in order, in line, and also make sure you have the Africa plan. So if something were to happen, you could get out and you're somewhat set up or situated, established in Africa. So I have, if something were to happen, I'm out of here. I'm headed straight to Nigeria.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, just make sure like I said, that's important because a lot of us we don't see a lot, especially black people in America. I don't know how it is in the UK. I need to come visit the UK.
Yes, sir.
America is the end all be all for some reason here in America for the majority of black people. But from what I see, there's a little more consciousness in the UK, but I could be wrong. But in America, it's black people, the majority of us, it's the end all be all. We love America, but we hate America at the same time.
Most def. Oh, over here, I don't know if it's that there's more consciousness. It's just that we've been over here for less time. Yeah. So there's a bit more of a direct connection to back home, but it is getting to that point whereby as the generations come and go and pass, we are beginning to be more embedded in this country. And that is resulting in a whole heap of different disconnections between generations and culture, which is we have to you have to do something about that. But just in general, like in Atlanta, Georgia at the moment, how is the corona situation affecting our community over there?
Well, I came down with it, so
yeah, I was gonna ask you later on. Yeah, so
it's things are shut down. Jobs are shut down. People are looking for opportunities. It's funny. The coronavirus has really hit the black community, but also is disproportionately affecting black males.
Right.
So, and I was one of them. I was in a hospital like 3 weeks ago. I was really about a month ago in March. I was in and out of the emergency room, and I got admitted and had to stay in the hospital for 2 nights. So,
okay,
it really hit me hard. So it's definitely there. We should not take this lightly. Actually, I have a friend in Sierra Leone. Her grandmother passed away to corona in the UK. So it's definitely something that we should not take lightly. at all.
Yes, most definitely. I've had a family member pass myself. It's very serious. But we're glad that you're now well, my brother.
Yes, thank
You
you,
know what I'm
thank
saying?
you.
Because you're doing some important work, and we want to make sure that work can continue. So
Yes,
we
sir.
give thanks for your presence. We give thanks for your presence. So in relation to this now, because I was going to ask you about your own personal situation. A little bit later on, I was actually scheduled to come to Atlanta. I might have been there at the end of this month. Because I was there in early May last year. Every year, Mama Marimba Ani hosts a ceremony called Abakasem Sumsum over there in Atlanta. So last year I came out there for that. Met met with Baba Mwalimu Baruti and others.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I mashed up my plans as well. I was supposed to be out there this year again for the same reason, and I can't go nowhere now. You know what I'm saying? So it's most unfortunate. It's most unfortunate. But just if you don't mind sharing some of your personal experience with the corona and what you did to kind of get through and overcome that situation.
So I would say mid-March. So in if you're not familiar with Georgia, we have pollen. You call it pollen season, and literally you come outside and everything is green. And so that has really been affecting my allergies for the last couple of years. Thank God last year,
Right.
around pollen season, I was actually in Nigeria.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I avoided it. But the year before, like it was point I couldn't get out of bed. When I come home from work, I would sleep like all day. So these symptoms started to kick in again. Mid March. So I was just under the impression that okay, it's just my allergies. So then I remember one night I just had this very bad muscle pain. I was running a fever, and I couldn't breathe.
Right. Right.
So I called my friend, my frat brother, who's a surgeon, and he said, "Man, just call the EMS, call the ambulance." So I called the ambulance. Took me to the hospital, and they told me they didn't test me at first, but I had pneumonia,
Okay.
high fever. So they gave me some antibiotics and stuff. I went back home. Actually, was feeling better. Got up that Saturday. The following day, my family was like, "Dynast, you need to get tested for corona because we need to know." So I went to Manila Hospital. They went on and tested me. Found out that that Monday that I was corona positive. And then for some reason, like that Tuesday, really started that Sunday night, my health just started to deteriorate. So I ended up calling the ambulance again and went to the hospital. I ended up staying 2 nights. And just I got out of the hospital that Friday. It's funny. So literally when I get out of the hospital, I come home and I couldn't do anything. So I'm watching Netflix. I watched both seasons of Top Boys. I'm like, man, that's how they get down to the UK. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah,
So I
yeah, yeah.
literally watched both seasons of Top Boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then just that week, that first week home after being discharged, it was pretty rough. But I think the thing is getting back. Number one, getting back into your routine.
Right.
Number two, I think the crowd that we have is probably anti-Western medicine, but I balance both. So I did my natural stuff, and then I did what the doctor ordered.
Okay.
And then just staying positive. Turning off the news and turning off CNN and all the other crap and BBC and watching Top Boy.
Right.
And then I felt better, and then like my health just started to improve, and I mean I feel great. I'm not 100% yet, but
Yes.
I'm fully functional, and I'm so I'm back working out, I'm back sprinting. My lungs are getting better every day. I'm like at 90% now, so I'm constantly seeing improvement. So I'm gonna make a full recovery. I'll be fine.
Yes, sir. We'll get thanks.
And just my prayers go out to those who didn't make it, or those I have a friend right now who's been in the hospital since March 7th. Because another thing they don't talk about when it comes to this virus is the isolation. So you can't see your family.
Yeah, it's been a hard one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you add that to the actual virus. That's why people I think are dying from it because
Yes, sir.
usually when you go in a hospital, your your friends and your family come visit you physically and bring flowers to you and food.
Yes,
Like
sir.
I couldn't, do none of that. Even when I got out, people they'll just drop the food off at my front door. Knock on the door, let me know they dropped it off,
Yeah, man.
and that was it. That's it. So and
Mm.
then I retested for coronavirus on Wednesday and tested negative. So
Good, good.
yeah. So that
We give thanks.
yeah.
We give thanks, and just to give our listeners here who may not be aware of the thing, like when we talk about Atlanta, yeah, like I was in Atlanta last year May, and I went for about 3-4 days and didn't see nothing but black people. I didn't see no white folks, right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't see no Indians, I didn't see no Asians of any kind, just black folks, right? And the only place I've ever experienced that is like Ghana. And Jamaica, yeah.
Right.
So like, Atlanta is black, yeah, super black, all right.
Yes, it is.
In that kind of way. So a quick question, my brother: are you aware, if any way, and feel free if you don't know, just say you don't know. But there are whole streets where basically all the businesses are black owned, yeah. When I was over there, do you know how it's affecting our business community?
Oh, it's hitting us hard because number one, they're not open, so they can't generate revenue. But the biggest thing that's going on. So here in America, I'm pretty sure they might have some programs set up in the UK as well. They have these disaster loans, these emergency loans that they're giving to small businesses.
Yes.
Here in America, they're giving them to the big businesses.
Yes.
And the
to employ.
And the small black businesses are getting them. So it's just unfortunate that a lot of black brick and mortar businesses, which are important and essential, especially when we talk about shopping black owned and black businesses. Generating, exchanging money amongst black businesses and whatnot. A lot of these black businesses hire black people. So when we talk about black economic empowerment, it's the brick and mortar is important. A lot of them won't be opening back up. They had to shutter. They're not getting the support. And none of these disaster loans are being funneled to them.
Yeah.
And in fact, there was one called the PPP, which is the personal paycheck protection or something like that. So the banks were the ones that were facilitating this program, like our big banks, Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, which would be kind of like Barclays and
yeah.
Like they'll take your application, put it on the bottom. The non-black business across the street, put theirs on the top. They're being sued for that right now.
Right. Interesting. See, yeah, it's a bit different over here. We don't have in London as many black businesses as Atlanta, but a lot of us are like in self-employment or what they call 0-hour contracts, where there's no guarantee of work. So the only thing that they're giving you to do is like stand on for benefits or what they call welfare in the States. But it's not enough for a living wage, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? And if you have a business, you have to be able to show a year or 2 years of accounts, relevant accounts. And you know how that goes. That a lot of us are what my big brother Aku calls solopreneurs. So sometimes the accounts ain't as as tidy as you like them. So it is very difficult. I'm saying, for all of us, including us at gotkushTV, but we're trying to persevere through doing things like this. You know what I'm saying?
So like I said, it's just they're focusing on big businesses and big businesses for the most part.
Yeah,
they're not black owned. Again, the big businesses are getting preferred treatment, meanwhile everyone else, whether it be black, white, Asian, but it's really hitting us
That's
very hard.
Yeah.
Because as we say, if America gets a cold, black people, we get a fever. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
America gets a runny nose, we get a we get a fever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We get malaria. Again, it's affecting us, and our applications for these loans are being shifted to the bottom. So
yes, sir. Big up to Shola Ebofin in the chat. Mr. Lee, big up yourself. Buddha Bing, large up yourself, King. Jamie Lewis, you done know. Family, we're gonna be sharing this link out in a bit, so you can come and interact with brother DYNAST Amir.
and ask them a question, show your love, and all of these things, kings and queens. Make sure you stay tuned for that, brother Dynas. Let's get to your works here and what people know you for. How many countries in Africa have you actually been to?
I think like 14 or 15.
14 of the 52. Is it your aim to get to reach the 52? 50, sorry, 14 of the 54. Is it your aim to get to the 54 countries?
You know what? It was.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm primarily focused on 2 countries, Nigeria and Sierra Leone.
Right.
I mean, so what I've been doing now, when I'm gonna start, I mean, it still is, but at first I wanted to do it as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's more like, okay, I got to make sure I go to Nigeria, Sierra Leone as much as possible.
Okay.
And then when I have time, I'll go to another country, stay a couple of days, and come back.
Okay.
So, so I'm not in as much as a hurry to see all the countries like I was before.
Right. Why Nigeria and Sierra Leone?
I mean, the Nigeria is the first country that officially accepted me as home.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Sierra Leone, I have roots there, and I love it. I have roots.
Right.
I have roots. So my roots are Yoruba and Mende.
Right.
So I have roots in both places. So thank you for the super chat, Miss Amelia. That means a lot. Support Black business.
Indeed, certainly. Thank you very much, Miss Amelia. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
certainly.
So my roots, Nigerian, Yoruba, and Mende, Sierra Leone. That's where I'm going to spend the majority of my energy as far as contributing to.
Right. And you run tours to both Nigeria and Sierra Leone, or just Nigeria at this point?
I'm doing both. So tour coming up August 13th to the 19th in Nigeria for the Oshun Festival.
Yes, sir. In Osogbo? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sierra Leone, us and Blacksit, we're doing a collab to Sierra Leone December 4th through 12th. But yeah, like I said, Nigeria was the first country to bring me home and fully accept me and receive me.
All right.
That's where my love and my loyalty is.
Right.
Along with Sierra Leone because of my roots there. But Nigeria is officially home.
So, but your journey in Africa started in the East, right?
Tanzania.
How did you end up in Tanzania?
So, 2011, I was in corporate America making good money. And so a friend of mine said, Dynas, you should take a vacation, take a cruise. I was just work. No breaks, no vacation, just work. He said, Dynas, take some of your money, go take a cruise or take a vacation.
Yes, sir.
So I was gonna go to Brazil because I'm single, Black man. Go to Brazil, get me 2 big booty Brazilian chicks, a villa. That's what all my my friends. They're going to Brazil and Dominican Republic. I'm just keeping it real. I was gonna go get big booty Brazilian chicks, a villa, and just have fun. And they were telling me how much they pay, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm down. So the girl that was gonna come with me as my host, who I knew from when I was in college,
right,
at the University of Georgia, she, we had it planned out, and she called me one day. It's like, Dynas, I can't go. I was like, damn, I don't want to go to Brazil by myself.
Right.
So I told my friend, like, hey man, I want to go vacation. I don't know where to go. I wanted to go to Brazil, but that's not gonna happen. He said, go to Tanzania. You'll love it.
Okay.
Tanzania. I said, oh, okay. So I started researching.
Okay.
So there's an island off the coast of Tanzania called Zanzibar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At that time, in LA, there was a club called Zanzibar. I just didn't know that Zanzibar was a real place.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's a real place. I'm gonna go. So I went to Tanzania, and I fell in love.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So where was you in terms of like Black consciousness at that time?
I was there.
Right.
But I wasn't where I'm at now. But I was there, I grew up, reading Malcolm X, reading the books. And then when I was at the University of Georgia, I connected with the Nuwaubian Nation, Nuwaubians.
Right.
With Dr. York. Then all that happened. It was railroaded.
Yes, sir.
I really got the book
into it. Right.
But again, all of that was railroaded. And then I just on my own, just reading books, running into people.
Okay.
But it was kind of a struggle because you know, I think W. Du Bois calls it the dual consciousness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's like you have the realities of being black and what it is and where you come from, but you still have to operate in American society. Sometimes it can be a conflict of interest, if that makes sense. So I'm in tune of who I am as far as blackness, but then I got to go to corporate America, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that, because and what I mean by that is you're trying to all the pyramids we build and civilizations and all of this, but then you got to clock in at 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
You get written up, you get fired. And it's like, dang, why can't I recreate this we did in the past? But instead, I'm building for a corporation who basically controls when you eat, sleep, shit, take vacation. And there's nothing wrong with that. My thing is, you're not working for that company. Now, you're working for that company if and I've had my issues with materialism. I've blown a lot of money. You're working for that company if you're not taking that money that you're making at your corporate job and investing in yourself. And that's the problem. That's when you're working for the man.
Right.
If you're on your job, taking that money, learning how businesses and corporations operate, taking that money and investing in yourself, you're not working for that company. You're working for the company. You are, but you're not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, again, I was conscious in myself. I was reading the books, but again, I just always had this conflict of interest. I'm like, we're just who we are and what we've done, but I'm doing this corporation. So in 2018, man, I left corporate America. It was like I'm gonna go out and figure it out on my own.
Interesting. So it's like, by the way, family, just to let you know, on gotkushTV, we have a show called Voyage to Motherland. Our very own Nat Nye and Stella B have been documenting their journey through Nigeria, Ghana, and Sierra Leone between last year and this year. So do stay tuned for more developments from Voyage to Motherland, and a new episode coming soon, because there's a lot to release, kings and queens, and we're going to develop that into the future. So, Brother DYANST, when did you decide to start now documenting your journey and starting a YouTube channel about it?
So in 2011, when I went to Tanzania for the first time, in 2011, I mean, it's 10 years ago, but it's still not that long ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like, going to Africa was taboo.
Yeah.
I went to Tanzania and I posted some pictures online.
Yeah.
And I was getting the questions. Oh, I didn't know you could fly to Africa. How to get there?
Yeah.
Airplane for?
Yes.
Let's see here. Do you got to take the malaria pills? Are you afraid about your health? Just the typical, stereotypical questions when it comes to people who are in Africa.
Yes.
So I went back the following year, 2012. I went to Tanzania, South Africa, and Namibia. Took some more pictures. Got the same questions.
Yes, sir.
And I said to myself, you know what? I want to start like just videoing,
experience.
So the following year, I went to Senegal and Mali, and I spent time with the Dogon.
Wow.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time with the Dogon, like 3 straight years after that. And I just started to just document with video. So, because another thing too, there's just so much that's another thing why I started to document, because there's so much misinformation coming from the so-called conscious community. So much that I'm like, okay. And then the problem I have is with this thing called the internet now, you could bring on somebody from that tribe on the continent as long as they have Wi-Fi. Right. Versus bringing some guy on who really doesn't have the information, but he thinks he has the information, and he comes on with pseudo stuff.
Right.
So I just noticed the buffoonery and all these debates going on in the so-called conscious community. That I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to the source and get the facts.
Okay.
So that's what I started doing and just documenting.
Right.
My journey, and it just kind of grew from there.
So then you said you went to Mali with the Dogon. And when the Dogon are known to be in like some very like rural, hard to reach places. Yeah.
Right.
And I saw a video from you recently. So wait, sorry, put years on that. So you've been documenting this for what, 4 or 5 years?
So I went the first time I went to Dogon country, I think it was in 2013 or January of 2014 was the first time I went to Dogon country. Something.
Okay. And you started a YouTube channel around the same time.
Right, but see, the thing is, where I'm upset at, I didn't start getting active on YouTube to 2017.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, and I'll be honest, it's just again, you have this conflict with corporate America and your country.
Yes.
I'm like, oh man, if I go too hard on YouTube and stuff, you know,
I hear you. I hear you.
You know,
well, I think
I just got to the point. I was just like, forget it. You know, I can't live like this. You know, I'm just way too talented.
Yes.
To be concerned about how I'm going to feed myself, and my corporate job decides to let me go because I want what I'm doing. But they were fully aware of what I was doing, and they wouldn't promote me.
Okay.
I was performing. But yeah, so I decided to dip in 2008. Really start doing more 2017 than I.
Okay.
2018.
So now I know you have gotten. Well, I was asking you about the Dogon and Mali and them kind of things, because that obviously, like I saw a video whereby a man went to go see the Dogon, and he had to travel for like like 24 or 48 hours from Bamako, to wherever they were. I forget which city he went to. I forgot the name of it. Right? Sounds familiar. Yeah. And he had.
So Sevaré, or Sevaré is like kind of the where you go, and then you go to Bandiagua, which is kind of like the interesting.
Yes, sir. So it's that. So and I know you've gotten criticized because when you go to Africa, like you go to Africa, like you ain't just in the city, you know what I'm saying, in the posh hotels, and you know eating food in the city, you know what I'm saying, in the tourist areas, yeah. So was that always your sensibility?
Well, so the thing is, the first time I went to Tanzania, like I go to Tanzania, I go to Dar es Salaam, and it looked like Atlanta. I just saw us in skinny jeans. I saw women with bad weaves and bad wigs, and you know, Gucci t-shirts, like knockoff Gucci t-shirts. And I'm like, okay, this is Atlanta. Like I didn't come across the world to come to my experience already in Atlanta and LA.
Yes,
so I asked specifically. I said, hey, where can I experience the culture?
Right.
They told me, okay, you got to go to the rural area. You got to go to Arusha, the Messiah there. So I went. I'm like, okay, this is where I want to be.
Right.
This is where I want to spend my time.
Right.
You know, so
yes.
And also too, it's just you know, people will say, DYNAST, you're not balanced enough.
Okay.
And so that basically means DYNAST, you're spending too much. You're giving a platform to too much of a platform to the traditionalists. You're giving too much of a platform to the indigenous people and the tribes. The people who go to Africa and document the cities, you won't tell them that they're not balanced. You know.
Yeah, man.
I you know, that's where I was received. That's where I was accepted. Yeah. So that's where I spend, you know, my time when I go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, bro, I think among some of the early videos that I saw from you was one where you went to Senegal and you went to go visit the Mouride brothers and sisters in Senegal, and you've also been to Benin for the Vudan festivals out there as well, yeah. And so like just give. If I was to say to you, like, what are some of your top like experiences, just as an experience, yeah, on the continent? What would you say some of them were?
My top experience was when I was coronated in Oruro, my kingdom of Oruro, Nigeria. In fact, if you guys are watching this, come to Oruro. If you're ever in Nigeria, come to Oruro. You are invited to come visit. That was my number one experience. I was coronated as a prince in Oruro, Nigeria. But you know, the Voodoo Festival is great. So basically I center my trips around the festivals, because that's when you get to really experience the culture.
Right.
Everything is right there.
Right.
So the Oshun Festival is beautiful. The Voodoo Festival is beautiful. you know, the Grand Maga, which is the event I go to in Senegal every year, where the Moor community is really a celebration for Sheikh Amadou Bamba.
Well, yes.
You know, of course, the Moor communities. In fact, that's really the biggest event, because I mean, like literally in the city of Cuba, which is the capital of the Moor community, literally, I want to say the population on a normal day might be 800,000 people, 900,000 people. During Maga, it shoots up to like 5 million people.
Wow.
And it's crowded. Like literally 40, 50 people in a house. Like
yeah.
It's the experience, man. But yeah, I would definitely say my experience in Nigeria, Otorua, is by far
all right.
My greatest experience.
So now let me ask you about Benin, yeah, and the Voodoo Festival, yeah, or the Voodoo Festival, as they would say in Benin. Like, so obviously you will know the perception of Benin and Voodoo.
Yeah, I get criticized. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And in fact, you know, a fellow quote unquote YouTuber called Wade Maya, he took part in a voodoo ritual in Benin. And he put up a post saying that when he did the voodoo video, he lost 1,000 subscribers in 24.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, our people, we just hate ourselves. You know, ask a simple question: what were we before white people? What were we before white people? I mean, seriously, what were we before Europeans, white people showed up to us with Bibles?
Yes, sir.
And they still have every stalling tactic, every excuse.
Yes, sir.
You know, as David Banner said, they took our religion, culture, identity, everything from us, but they gave us a Bible, and then we will argue how.
Yes, sir. So, bro, what you say to me, bro? You never saw no human sacrifice. You never saw no voodoo dolls. You never saw you never saw none of that. You never saw nobody putting a hex on somebody, or you never saw no zombies, bro. There was no zombies in Haiti. What are you telling me right now? Are you sure?
No.
All right.
I mean, listen. Are you familiar with Jim Jones?
Yes.
That was a Christian organization.
Yes, sir.
Heaven's Gate, Christian organization.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. I'm here in America, right?
Yeah.
That when coronavirus happened, they said, okay, we got social distancing and no large groups.
Right.
Black people, we're still going to church. You know how many pastors passed away and died?
Oh no.
I'm there. Look it up.
I hear you.
Because you know, God, you know, Jesus, God is going, you know.
Yes, sir.
And they passed away.
Yes, sir.
They still make voodoo and African spirituality just evil.
Yes, sir. I hate you.
I'm not trying to mock, and I apologize. I came off wrong, but I just get passionate. I apologize if I offended anybody.
Yes.
By what I just said. But I'm just like, come on.
I understand.
And again, so I apologize. I just, you know, I don't want to. I try not to offend.
No, we get it. Yeah, we understand the spirit.
I don't want to mock anybody.
Yes, sir.
I don't mock anybody. But to me, it's just like again, before the Europeans. In fact, Jomo Kenyatta said it best.
Right.
Before the missionaries came, we had the land. They had the Bibles. They taught us how to pray, close our eyes and pray. When we woke up, they had the land and we had the Bible.
We had the Bible.
It's just, you know,
yes, sir.
It's hard. Like I don't get it, bro. That's why I get frustrated. But then they look at me like I'm crazy.
I hear you, brother. You know what I'm saying? This is the importance of the work that you're doing, because again, not just because you're going to Africa, but the places in Africa that you managed to get to, it really is an education for a lot of people. And I know a lot of people are only willing to show, you know, big buildings and in our big cities, but it's very important that we ground with the people, the ordinary people, wherever our people are. Was you intended to go this year? Because there was a lot of things planned in Benin this year for the Voodoo Festival. Was you involved in that in any way?
Yeah, I mean, so I traveled. So in January, I was in Morocco, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin Republic, and Nigeria.
Right.
And then in March, I had the tour in Nigeria planned, but that got canceled.
That got canceled. Yeah.
I had to go to Sierra Leone.
Right.
That got shut down, and then
Right.
in May, Nigeria and Sierra Leone, but can't go. So August, Nigeria.
Right. So now, bro, like one video, one time I watched you, right, and you featured a video from a sister who I actually know. She actually went to college with my father. Her name is Shakina Chinedu. Yeah. So you're playing a video of her trying to achieve citizenship, yeah,
Right.
campaigning for citizenship for Africans for the diaspora in Gambia. And you were very much, animated about the fact that why should we have to do this and so on and so forth. And about 2 months later, I'm hearing that DYANST AMIR is getting citizenship in Nigeria.
But that was before I got my citizenship last year.
So I thought, okay, yeah, that's what I mean. But I'm saying before, when you played that video, you hadn't got citizenship.
No. When I played the video, I already had my citizenship in Nigeria.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I seem to think maybe I'm confusing the citizenship and the passport with your being installed as the
right. When I was in school, I got my citizenship that same time.
Okay, so I'm sure people are interested to know what process you went through. One, to get citizenship, and two, to be installed as a prince.
No, so for me, like I said, I have roots. So, for example, in Sierra Leone, if you can prove that your DNA comes from one of the several tribes in Sierra Leone, you're eligible for citizenship.
Okay.
Me, since I have descendants from Oruruo, from Nigeria, from Yoruba land. That's how I was able to get mine.
Okay.
Also, too, in a lot of countries, like for example, Togo, the traditional rulers can sponsor you.
Okay.
So sometimes this is my thing. So in corporate America, we learn having raving fans. So I just think sometimes a lot of Black Americans are, Black from the UK. When they go to Africa, they just want to go the government route without building the relationships with the indigenous people. Because you got to think, Africa is very tribal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if this person empowering the governors from this tribe, if you go and connect with that tribe, it'll be easier probably to get in versus just going directly to government.
Yes,
you know how sometimes how African governments work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think that sometimes that's the problem. But it was discovered that I have roots from Oruruo, from Nigeria, and that's how I was able to get my citizenship.
Okay, and so and what was the motivation behind installing you?
I mean, I'm descendants of royalty that was kidnapped and sold to America, and the descendants came back.
But a lot of us are, bro. All of us ain't getting installed. So I said a lot of us are descendants from the Yoruba or whatever other nation, but a lot of us are not necessarily getting installed. So what was it about you that put them, in that mindset, in that spirit?
I would say this again. My descendants, my ancestors. I'm sorry, not my descendants. I'm sorry, my ancestors.
Yes, sir.
Were taken away. Me, the descendant, came back, and people find value in the impact that I'm making on the continent.
Right.
So, and I keep telling people, you go, you make an impact on the continent. People find value in that, and doors will open. Just like with anything, anywhere you go, UK, America, wherever. If you're making an impact, doors will open. You got to put yourself out there.
Right. So, bro, how much pre-planning do you do? Because, like, in reality, it must be difficult to get to some of the places that you get to. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I like. The first time I went to Africa, it was a long time. I didn't know nothing. But now, like literally, I'm like, okay, I want to go to this country right here.
Right. And
it's just because of my platform, I have people reaching out to me. DYANST, come visit. DYANST, come visit.
Right.
So like for example, I went to Togo for the first time, like maybe 2017. So because of my platform, people in Togo were like, "Hey, DYANST, come to Togo in Benin. You can come stay with me." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm coming." So now I get invited. But the first times I will go, I will look on, like literally, like for example, Maui. I looked up guide to Dogon country, Google.
Okay.
Got a response. He was at the airport waiting for me, and he took me. He spoke the language and everything. But now, literally, it's just I get hit up. Hey, Dynasty, you come to this country, you come to Turkey,
right
there. So I'm like, okay, and then when I get invited, I'm coming. You know, if I'm in there. So like Togo, you know, my close friend Kai, who has a platform as well. You know, she hit me up one day. Oh, Dynasty, coming when you come to Togo, I'll take you to all the chiefs. We'll pick you up at the frontier. And so, you know,
interesting. Now the thing is, a lot of, especially with Nigeria, you know, in London there's a lot of Nigerians. And whenever you say, "Yeah, I want to go to Nigeria," the first one they say is, "Make sure you go with somebody, you know. Make sure you know somebody there because you can get problems." So, have you ever experienced any of them horror stories that people talk about?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a run-in with the police, but you know, I just show them my American passport.
Wait, so the blue passport for time, yeah.
Stories, but it's just kind of like,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Oh,
right.
God, what's the problem?
Right.
Then, you know, you go back and forth, but they let you go. You know, the thing is just remain calm.
Right.
Then, you know, they just go.
Okay. So, how are you doing with learning the language? Are you learning Yoruba?
Mokawe Yoruba. So I'm working on it.
All right, family. The link is in the chat. Yeah, if you want to speak to DYNAST AMIR, you know what I'm saying. You know, ask a question, make a comment, show your love. Propose marriage. I'm joking. What's it called? Feel free to come true and make sure that you come in with your mic muted, and we'll get you on. Yeah, so the link is in the chat where you see gotkushTV and join the convo. Click that link if you want to come through and ask brother DYNAST AMIR a question. Maybe you are thinking of traveling to any of the African nations that brother DYNAST AMIR has traveled to, and you are looking for advice in how to move and where to go and people to see and experiences to engage in. Family, just click that link in the description and you will be able to come through. If you are watching on Facebook as opposed to YouTube, come over to the YouTube where brothers and sisters are interacting, and you will also be able to click that link and come on live with brother DYNAST AMIR, kings and queens. Brother DYNAST, like in terms of your own evolution in the work that you're doing, yeah, how has the importance of traveling to Africa evolved for you versus when you went to Tanzania some years ago? Like, what are some of the developments in terms of the significance of it in your own personal transformations?
I think for me, you know, Africa is, you know, at first it was my plan B, now it's my plan A. And then just the relationships I built.
Right.
So the stereotypes I'm defeating.
Right.
Bringing awareness to who we really are as far as the culture.
And
it's me, just my personal growth, which is a whole nother show. It's been a great, you know, experience.
Are you in like setting up any businesses on the continent?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do the tours and then real estate as well. I'm going to be getting involved in real estate. So it's primarily going to be tours, real estate. And then also I want to get involved in insurance. I do insurance here in America. So I can see how that works in Africa. So, I mean, pretty much what people have to understand, a lot of the work we do in the UK and in America, we're overworked and underpaid, but we're learning these skills.
Yes, sir.
If you take them to Africa, you will be paid what you're worth. You know, so, you know, we don't want to overcomplicate it, because I'm like, people reach out to me, yeah, Dynasty, I want a gold mine in Africa. I want the gold and the diamonds. And I'm just like, oh, bro, like, what do you do in America? I'm a truck driver. Okay, but once you know, do something as far as logistics,
right.
In Africa.
Yes,
know, the gold and the diamonds, Dynasty. I want the gold and the diamonds. Where the gold and diamonds? I'm like, bro, like, do you do gold and diamonds here in America? Yeah.
Point taken, my brother. We got somebody joining us live. Big up to Buddha Bing. Feel free to unmute your mic.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening.
Good evening, brother Buddha. How are you doing?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. I'm not kind of clear on what the actual subject matter of the show is.
Yes, sir.
there's a couple of questions in regards to businesses in Africa
Yes,
that I
sir.
wanted to ask. So it's fair to say that, I don't know if you guys will agree, but in my opinion, it's fair to say that China has somewhat of a foothold on the whole continent of Africa. Now, moving forward, let's just assume that China would get some sort of sanctions in regards to the whole coronavirus thing.
Right.
We can go into details as to why they would, but let's just assume they do. And where would that leave African businesses if that was the case? Because clearly, African businesses wouldn't be able to trade with China. Is there a position where, I don't want to say nationalize, but retake some of the industry in Africa? Would that be feasible?
Well, I mean, if you have the know-it-all, you can go to Africa right now and build. I mean, China is not in your way. That's what I'm saying. So if you want to go and contribute and bring industries in Africa, go.
What's your experience though in general with China and Africa, DYNAST?
I would say the reason why I love Nigeria is because Nigeria is, out of all the countries I've been to in Africa, is the blackest owned country as far as industry, small businesses, everything. It's the blackest owned country I've been to. Because, you know, a lot of countries you go to is Lebanese, Indians, Chinese.
Yes, sir.
And Europeans. Nigeria, it was the blackest, especially when it comes to big industries like manufacturing. You know, it was, you know, because you have to say you got Aliko Dangote, who's the richest black man on the planet. He's Nigerian. So that's why I love Nigeria.
Point taken. You want to follow up, Buddha Bing?
Yeah, I mean, so if we were to go into something like a really high earning industry in Africa, let's say mining, would you, to you guys' knowledge, is there any African owned mining companies?
I don't know. I have to look that up. I'm sure there are, but I have to look that up.
Yeah, the ones I know of, and forgive me, names are not coming to mind at the moment, but a lot of them are sponsored or in league with like foreign mining companies, the bigger ones, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like subsidiaries.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Especially where oil is concerned, like, because you know, like whilst I'm agreeing with some of what DYANST has said, it's a fact that the Shell actually created and installed like a government minister, over the petroleum industry, and created a whole Shell Nigeria to maintain that control, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the companies, a lot of the deeper mining companies are you know, in the continent are foreign owned, but there are works that I am hearing of to some degree that are trying to address that situation. So
that's good. That's what I'd like to hear, to be honest with you. I feel like if China's taken out of the equation in regards to you know, their foothold is being reduced, I feel like it would be unwise to let another Western country come in and take that place of the Chinese. It would be more beneficial for an African country to take control of that industry still. And big up witnesses here.
Yes, sir. Big up to Buddha Bing. Feel free to stay if you wish, my brother. I'm gonna open up the line to brother Witness in the building. Greetings, bro, Witness.
Hello, hello, Buddha Bing. Hello, Shakara, and to our illustrious guest. Please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. DYNAST AMIR.
DYNAST, but that's close enough.
DYNAST AMIR. Thank you. I think I might be a bit rude. I'm hiding my face. I don't know, because I see everyone showing their beautiful kingly faces. But
we say Witness, you're too good looking for us. Yeah,
I don't know. It's a bit dark where I am. I don't know if you can see me now. I'm trying to show myself.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can see. It's all right though. Either way, it's fine.
Okay, cool. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I just wanted to ask your experience traveling around Africa. Did you come into contact with various spiritual systems in the various countries that you went to? And I was just,
that's my main focus.
Brilliant. I was just curious. in the time that you traveled around, did you see similarities in a lot of them, or did you see them as being, most of them as being completely diverse from each other, or could you see the links which brought them together, so to speak?
Yeah, I definitely saw the links, especially when you're dealing with Ifa and Voodoo. So so there's a very large Yoruba population in what was present-day Benin Republic, and with that they brought Ifa, and the Ifa and Voodoo, like the Orishas, the same Orishas that are in Voodoo are also in Ifa. So there's a lot of similarities there. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, a lot of them are similar. I mean, there are some differences, but you definitely can see the similarities.
And from your experience, there wasn't any form of animosity between the countries to any form of other belief system. Where I'm getting at is I'm trying to see see Africans uniting together, whether it's socially, economically, and I'm trying to see the pitfalls that could prevent that from happening. So I'm naively, I'm not thinking that the spiritual system would get in the way, but I don't know. That's why I thought I should ask you, since you've been to different countries.
Well, I don't think so. I think the main issue is Christianity. Islam has, our people pretty much, I want to be polite, but Christianity and Islam pretty much dominates that. So, the Christians and the Islams will go after the traditionalists, if in the country, beside if anything. So the traditionalists won't be an issue. It'll be more the Christians and the Islam Muslims that be an issue.
And the final question, you have to tell the truth.
Brother, after this, Shaka brother, I have to go.
Sure.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
Go ahead.
Which country has the best cuisine?
Liberia.
You know what, bro? I've been hearing that.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Liberia has the best jollof rice, but overall,
I was gonna say
Senegal.
I was gonna say I'm hearing that because over here we've got jollof wars, magnificently, and normally it's Ghana, Nigeria, but then when Senegal and Gambia get into the conversation, everyone goes silent. But then I'm hearing slyly that Liberia has got the jollof thing on lock.
Liberia has the best jollof, but overall cuisine is gonna be Senegal. But Liberia has the best jollof.
All right, family. You heard the brother. Oh, he's got 1 second. Oh, he seems to have dropped off. That's how it goes, kings and queens. Right, family. Brother Daz did say he's gonna have to leave us. But we're gonna thank everyone for coming through. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to come through some more, but we'll see if Brother Daz comes back, and then we'll sign off properly. Yo, what happened there? Sound like it looked like Brother Daz, internet was on a time limit. And it just chipped out right there. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, family. But give thanks for joining us on this edition of Quarantine Convos, live on gotkushTV, your #1 Black conscious platform coming out of the UK. It has been a pleasure speaking to Brother DYNAST AMIR. And kings and queens, it's all about connecting with the continent in one way, shape, or form, family. All right, Brother DYNAST seems to have ducked. So I'm Brother Buddha, Brother Witness. I'm gonna let you go whilst we sign off the show. Thank you for joining us, my brothers.
Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.
Peace out. Peace out.
Big up. Thank you.
Big up, family. Big up. Yes, indeed, kings and queens. Do make sure you stay tuned to gotkushTV, your #1 Black conscious platform coming out of the UK. Oh, 1 second. We got Brother DYNAST.
Yeah. Sorry,
Brother DYNAST.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I didn't want to go out that way. My laptop just went dead.
Brother DYNAST. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call you out. Because when that happens on your show, you call out the brothers for having that dial up.
Yeah, that dial up. Yeah. The battery was dead. It wasn't the dial up. The battery was dead.
That's cool. Well, bro, you did say you had to go, so I'm gonna let you sign off before I sign off. Just if you got a closing word for the people, let them know what you're doing, what to stay tuned for when your tours are going to be back on stream. Just let them know.
Yeah, everybody. Somebody said my mic is low. Can you hear me clearly or no?
Yeah, we can hear you better. It's actually better now.
Okay. I wish I would have said something earlier.
No, it was clear. But yeah, don't worry, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, let me check one thing. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me before I,
Yes, sir.
Hold on 1 second. And guys, thank you for joining.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, everybody, make sure go to DYNASTAMIR.com. DYNASTAMIR.com. Again, go to DYNASTAMIR.com. Also go to make sure you go to search for Uhuru. Search for Uhuru. All one phrase. You know, because people are like, Dynast, man, I searched for Uhuru, the word Uhuru, but I couldn't find you. No, search for Uhuru. All one phrase. Uhuru spelled U-H-U-R-U. So search F-O-R Uhuru, U-H-U-R-U on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. But pretty much you get everything on DYNASTAMIR.com. Go there, one-stop shop. Check it out. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, that's it.
All right, bro. Do you know when you're going to be able to bring your tours back on stream?
Hopefully in August, the tour will be. Hopefully, we're rolling in August, man. Hopefully they allow us to travel by end of June. You know?
Okay.
I'm thinking by end of June. That gives us enough time to. How long are you guys still on quarantine in the UK?
We've been on it for what, about a month now?
No, but how long?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. When are they going to end it? I guess. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have no idea.
How long will you guys be? You don't know.
Yeah, there's not a limit on it, but I think they say at the moment they say at least until the end of May. So yeah, so we're not sure exactly when they're going to release us.
So here in Atlanta, they're opening up some of the businesses Friday, but I'm staying home.
Okay, right.
I'm gonna see how that works out during the week, and then we'll take it from there. But
yeah, it's indefinite. Some people are speculating that we're going to be on lockdown until September, but we are actually not the worst hit in Europe. So
Italy,
yeah. It's like Italy and Spain, France. Their lockdown is serious, but I don't think they've had it as bad in terms of cases.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, so yeah, we'll see, you know. Well, we're making the best of it, bro.
Yes,
but thank you very much for joining us. Make sure, kings and queens, that if you have not done so already, you subscribe to Brother DYNAST's channel. That's Search for Uhuru, and keep in touch with what Brother DYNAST is doing. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you check it out, because trust me, you will learn something. And you know, when you travel to the motherland, there'll be places that he goes that you'd want to visit. Brother Dan, feel free to let yourself go as I sign off here. Thank you for joining us. We'll stay in touch, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Peace out, brother. Peace out. Yes, indeed, kings and queens. That was the one and only DYNAST AMIR of the channel Search for Uhuru. Yes, indeed, kings and queens. Very, very important work that the brother is doing in the African world diaspora. Do make sure you stay tuned for more from Voyage to Motherland, kings and queens. Yes, indeed, Voyage to Motherland is one of our shows right here on gotkushTV. We are assisting and developing this connection between the African diaspora and the African continent through the personage of Nat Nye and Stella B, the power couple, as they travel through Nigeria, Ghana, and Sierra Leone, and more countries to be added in the not too distant future, just as soon as them Lego, the restriction, the isolation, the quarantine, kings and queens. You don't know, it's all about gotkushTV. Check out gotkushtv.com. gotkushtv.com, kings and queens, for all your gotkushTV matters. All videos, we collect the videos from around the black world and try to bring them to you. And also, all of our flagship show content you can learn about at gotkushtv.com. The platform for the UK's #1 conscious platform. And as we sign out, check out next week, Tuesday, for the next quarantine convos. Yeah, I'm not even going to reveal who we're going to be speaking to yet, but do stay tuned for more information. Follow gotkushTV on all your social media. And always remember, you ain't got nothing if you ain't got kush.
gotkushTV. After a stellar 2019, your #1 black conscious media platform is getting ready to go into overdrive for 2020. As we promised last year, we launched The Inside. We premiered the pilot for the Black Group Economic Show. We dropped 2 new seasons of Wordsmith, the #1 platform for artists with a message in the music. We've seen you out on the road, the Black Carpet Awards, the Reparations March, the Legacy Center of Excellence, and more. We brought you Dr. Mumbi, the legendary Bob Andy, Queen Diambi, Kemi Seba, Esther Stanford Hossein. Wordsmith, the #1 platform in the UK where black music meets bars, meets message. Don't watch the industry, we are the mainstream. Wordsmith, exclusively on gotkushTV.
You have found them. Yes, this is the Premiere Pro version of the most popular transition.
Greetings, welcome from Ghana, Accra. I am Stella B. I am hosting for gotkushTV's Voyage to Motherland.
This is Nat Nai, gotkushTV, Voyage to Motherland.
Yes, it's your boy She's ODG, and I want to say a big shout out to gotkushTV, getting you high on knowledge on how to move back home. And big shout out to Voyage to the Motherland, because you already know they have the blueprint for you to come back home.
I'm from Seattle, Washington, from the States. And for me, this is about really connecting with roots, meeting people from all over the world, from the African diaspora, and us understanding how we give back to Ghana, how we give back to Africa, how we unite and spread the word globally.
Hello, my name is Eddie Caddy, right here in Accra, Ghana, and I feel like it's all about building. This is our energy to build, so we can become kingmakers one day. You don't have to beg anyone to be in their space. You can just look to your left, look to your right, and know that you're empowered. I'm so honored to be speaking to gotkushTV, of course, and Voyage to the Motherland. Man, you guys are amazing. Thank you for honoring me. We thank God for sure.
I am Stella B here at the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs in Sierra Leone, Freetown.
The other was Ethiopian who lives in Norway. There was a Jamaican, British Jamaican. There was a Ghanaian. There was an African American, and there was a Congolese. And I'm like, what else do we get together like this? This is what is supposed to happen. This is how we're going to progress in the future. So, team, New African Nation, it's happening.
gotkushTV, Voyage to Motherland. I am Stella B here at Afro Nation on Lumboma Beach. It is amazing. In the background, you can see the stage behind me, and look around at this amazing, awesome crowd, fully melanated. Oh, so beautiful.
Then you can get a blueprint on how to get your transition on into the motherland, because basically we're leaving the West.
So my name is Shaka. Big up gotkushTV and Voyage to Motherland. Respect.
Big up gotkushTV, Ayeko. Yeah.
We all depend on black gold, which is petroleum oil, forgetting that we have so many numerous resources we are blessed with. We have human capital, we have fruits, we have agriculture, we have different things. We have tourism and cultural things that are actually attractive.
There's so much more to Africa than what we think of it or what the media shows us. So I think it's so important that we come back, not only for the festival, but just to embrace the culture itself and everything else going on out here.
My name is Christine and Tim, coming from you from gotkushTV. Excited to be here. Nom c'est Christine and Tim, so c'est Haïtien, c'est Haïtien. Bienvenue à l'Afrique. Nous l'en Ghana pour hier return. Bien content pour nous avec nous. C'est Haïtien moyen, mais l'en Afrique, c'est Africain. Bien content, bienvenue à encore gotkushTV.
Hi and welcome to gotkushTV Voyage to Motherland with your host Stella B and
Nat Nye.